All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the terror attacks today, reportedly in retaliation for some of the cartoons that the magazine Charlie Hebdo printed, some of the cartoons that printed in their magazine relating to the Prophet Muhammad, etc. And joining us now is Ted Rall, syndicated political cartoonist. Hey, Ted, how are you, sir?
I'm okay, Steve. How are you?
I'm okay. I know you don't want to give any names out because the names haven't been officially released, but you've had occasion to meet one of the cartoonists from that magazine who we believe was killed, correct?
That is right.
And I know you weren't very, very close friends, but you would see him at conventions. I mean, did the topic of of what they were doing there and the threats or the threats they lived under ever come up?
Yes, it did. This has been pretty much an issue since the post 9/11 era. A lot of cartoonists, particularly in Europe, have had a lot of fun doing cartoons that lampoon religion and Islam in particular. And so the subject of threats definitely came up. A lot of cartoonists have a sort of fatalistic, dark sense of humor, and they certainly were well aware of the risks.
I mean, I don't know that you go there. Talk about your feelings, and will this make you more bold? Will it embolden you? Will it make you more cautious or not affect you at all?
Well, I think I'm definitely more on the meter toward bold and audacious. I feel like this is not a job worth doing unless you completely speak your mind and to say however you feel, even if it happens to make some people angry. So, I think I'm a lot like the editor who said that he would rather, of Charlie Hebdo, who said he would rather live on his feet than die on his feet than live on his knees. Yeah, I mean, that's where I stand. A lot of my peers are like that. Others are more timid. I would say that the threats have always been here. As far as I know, there's never been an American political cartoonist killed over his work. But that doesn't mean it can't happen or won't happen in the future. And when you're engaged in political opinion, as you and I both are, Steve, some people don't like what we have to say, and there are always people who are mentally ill or just not just violent.
Or married to a religion that they say teaches them and legitimizes them to do this. And you and I, naturally, I know you're bold and out there and not afraid on many levels, because I've talked to you over the years about many of your cartoons. But I mean, I don't know. Have you mocked or made fun of or in any way drawn the Prophet Muhammad? And if not, would you now do it as a sign of solidarity of sorts?
Yeah, I actually did do, during the Danish Muhammad cartoon controversy, I actually did draw the Prophet Muhammad in a cartoon, and my syndicate refused to send it out. But I posted it to my own website and sent it out to the newspapers that were willing to publish it, which, as far as I know, were very few. That's part of the real issue here is not so much the cartoonists being timid. The problem really is the newspapers and magazines who are unwilling to take a chance. I mean, the Danish Muhammad cartoons, for example, while discussed at length in the American media, have rarely been actually reprinted so that readers could see what we were talking about or what the controversy was about, even though we're in the United States.
Well, right, absolutely. Well, Ted, let me ask you. Does this motivate you? We got less than a minute. Can you see yourself in the very near future taking some kind of stand and doing another cartoon of that nature?
Sure, absolutely. This is something that the only appropriate response is to be more bold and to express ourselves more brashly.
All right, so we could look for a cartoon that you will try to get published in newspapers and at least on your website in the near future. Of the Prophet Muhammad of some sort? Yes or yes? Is that a yes?
Depends on the right idea and the right venue, and just the right idea comes along. It's always about that.
But you're not afraid to do it.
No, I'm not afraid to.
All right, Ted, I thank you, sir. Stay safe, and thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on with us, folks. Coming up next with a special Gimme 5.